What if we could show in real time the impact on communities? As simple as this idea was, it hadn't been done. Our NGO partners are working across 14 countries, and I'm so excited to be able to share the impact we've been able to create so far using the power of business.
This is a talk that explores this unique point in history. We touch on leadership in a way which asks all of us, how can we be the change in this uniquely fragile time? I've been traveling around the world as the founder and CEO of I Equal Change, meeting some of the most extraordinary impact leaders who are committed to changing lives and healing the environment. What I've learnt is to ask a big question. How can we all be impact leaders in this time? What do we care about? What are we passionate about? How can we inspire our teams and our companies and our stakeholders to be the change, to address what consumers are now demanding of all of us? That we meet the need of this time, that our businesses address this current crisis, and that in doing so we can become increasingly passionate about our work, passionate about our communities, passionate about what businesses stand for. We're all shopping our values more than ever. How can we all become impact leaders in our homes, in our communities, in our businesses? This is what this time is asking of all of us.
A social entrepreneur and expert in business for purpose, Jeremy speaks globally on business as a force for good and the importance of investing in women and girls. So Jeremy built I Equals Change, the first tech platform of its kind. I Equals Change has grown into Australia's fastest growing social enterprise tech startup, creating positive change across 14 countries, impacting the lives of over 90,000 people and counting.
Can I ask you to raise your hand if there's a social or environmental issue that you're very passionate about? Raise the other hand if you'd love to see business become the solution to that issue which you care so much about.
Just been totally inspired by Jeremy's talk. He's raised some really important issues for me to think about.
Consumers are increasingly demanding transparency in this space. How can you bridge this gap in your lives and in your businesses?
Really inspiring presentation today.
Great presentation. The whole notion of purpose really fits into the core values of what we stand for.
I think we can all recognise that look of hope, that look of dreams in the eyes of a young girl. Yet my heart broke because I knew that her potential would be forever held back. I went to speak to Indian journalists. And it's funny, I think the guy in the orange, he was all smiles when I walked in. I think he thought I was a cricket player. Why am I telling you this story? Because this became my why. And the fact that you put your hand up, you have your why. You have that issue you're passionate about. As Gandhi said, be the change you wish to see in the world.
Collective power of individuals changing the world was the most fantastic message.
You know those ideas that we all have? For me, it seems to happen around 3 in the morning. Most of the time, you should just go back to sleep and forget about it. And it was an idea that I call one of radical transparency. What if we could show in real time the impact on communities? As simple as this idea was, it hadn't been done. This is the power that we have to change our world. Clients want to know your purpose. Align your values with theirs, engage them in your purpose, and you will have thriving businesses.
Thank you so much, Jeremy, for your fantastic talk today. Very inspirational for our young dietitians and even us older ones, I have to admit, in terms of how we can do things better and how we can really be authentic in our practice. It was a wonderful talk.
Looking around the audience as you were speaking, and they were all just riveted to their chairs, the screens, and your messages. So it was really a great session.